Hello, and how are you doing? My name is Atemo. Welcome to another episode of Wisdom Moments on K24. These are Sage Moments because we bring you perspective, clarity. We just bring structure to your thought patterns and help you to make better decisions that will help you become better people. Based on information and knowledge that is being disseminated right over here. Have you subscribed to my YouTube channel, Atemo? Well, you can follow me everywhere as Atemo because I am on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Atemo, the page, and of course, as I was saying, on YouTube as well. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Set the notification so that every time we upload videos, you will receive the notifications, and then watch, like, post a comment, and share as well. That would be very helpful to us as you help us spread the good content that is coming out from Wisdom Moments on K24 with Miss Atemo. I hope that you are well as well. I also need to remind you that I'm on LinkedIn as Atemo, and my email, cjatsol@gmail.com, for those people who want to make invitations for speaking engagements, training, coaching people looking for personal development coaching, and even organizational coaching. Whatever your need will be, just get in touch with us and we'll be so glad to reach out to you as well. For everybody else, some of you have got questions, you've got issues that you'd want to be dealt with, you've got topics that you'd want me to handle, or even clarification over certain things that I've shared over here. You can reach me on the DMs, you can reach me on the inbox, and I will I will get back to you as soon as I can. I promise I will. I may not promise you when and how fast, but I promise that I will. So if you see take a little bit of time, don't get discouraged. I surely will get back to you. Well, we're talking about self-motivation this week. Sometimes we rely so much on people on the outside to motivate us, to get us have the energy to do things. And when the year begins, like right now, people will be looking for other people to just get them energized. It's more like when you have a car battery that needs to be jump started. That's what motivation is. And a lot of people will look for that. They just look for somebody else to bring the energy to them. Sometimes that works, sometimes it just runs out in the shortest time possible. And so I started talking about the basis of our motivation. I started talking about the things that get us motivated. Because if you cannot motivate yourself, the external motivation cannot last. If you cannot motivate yourself, the external motivation cannot last. That means there's nobody who can motivate you above the level you motivate yourself. Anybody that comes in to encourage you, to motivate you, anybody that comes in to tell you you can do it, or well done, or let's do this, cannot go beyond the level that you do that to yourself. If you don't tell yourself that you can push, if you don't tell yourself that you can save money, if you don't tell yourself that you can wake up early, if you don't tell yourself that you can quit alcohol, if you don't tell yourself that you can change certain behavior, if you don't tell yourself you can go to school, nobody else saying that on the outside will be able to get you to do that. So it is important to have self-motivation, because then whoever comes into your life, whoever speaks into your life, whatever books you read, whatever people, whatever talk you listen to, just comes to energize what you already have. And so when what is external and that which is internal come into agreement, the synergy produces the kind of energy that you require to accomplish the things that you want. And so we talked about conviction, that people get motivated based on conviction. If you want to find motivation, look at your convictions. There are certain things that you have belief about. And if you have a belief about it, you can go through different and various situations because there is a belief that you have. If you believe that you need to behave in a certain way, you can endure all kinds of hardship and just keep doing that. There are people, for example, who will not believe that they need to use any substance, so they can say no to it. That's where their motivation comes from. They will say no to it. There are people who believe that they need to keep fit, that they need to live a very healthy life. And so even when For example, you find a woman who has just delivered, and 3 months down the line, she gets back onto her training regiment. She begins to, work out in the house and do all that kind of stuff because there is a conviction that she has about her health, her personal wellness. So when you have convictions, it becomes easy to draw motivation from your convictions. When you don't have convictions, it is very difficult as well to draw your motivation from there, because you easily persuaded and dissuaded, and you're easily swayed away from the things that you want to do. So it is important for you to build your motivation on your convictions. But then there are also people who build their motivation on number two, comparison. There are people whose motivation is comparison. When they come from, like most of us, just went into the villages and up country, the rural areas, when they come from places like that and they begin to look at their aunties and uncles' homes and their cousins, and the comparison begins to come. And the thinking that if my peers are doing this, I need to do the same. Sometimes they don't have the conviction for that, but it's just what basically would be the peer pressure. But in terms of comparison, it may not be very malicious. It may just be that thing of somebody wanting to be like the other people. So if everybody is driving, then I'm motivated to start looking for a car. If everybody has somebody in their life, then I am motivated to have somebody else, so that the next family meeting I also have somebody. Or if it is the friends around your life, they are all dating. So just by comparison, it's not even that you feel anything bad about them. It's not even that you don't want them to succeed in their relationships, but you just keep on thinking you should be at par with them. That's what comparison is. And so there are people who draw their motivation from comparison. They feel they need to be at par with other people that they believe are their equals, whether those people are their relatives, their family members, their colleagues. So whatever those people do, they will want to do it because they draw their motivation from what other people are doing. Now, it is good to get inspired by people, but it can also become very detrimental to your development, because sometimes what somebody needs to do to get to where they are right now may not be as much as you may need to do. There are people who already are at a point of advantage, or there are people whose priorities are very different from your priorities. There are people who probably financially do not carry the burdens that you would carry. And so when you compare yourself with them, you may be earning the same amount of money. You may have graduated the same year. You may be living in the same neighborhood. But when you compare yourself with them, you may be looking only at certain parameters and not all. So then you will disadvantage yourself in certain areas because you don't have the whole picture. There are people who work and they still get support from their relatives abroad. They still get support from their parents. There are people who work and still earn allowances from their families. And so you could be comparing yourself with somebody who is at a point of advantage and you are at a point of disadvantage. It is important for you not to draw motivation from comparisons. It is important for you not to draw motivation from comparisons, because you will always find other people doing things that you feel you need to do. Give yourself time, ladies and gentlemen. Build yourself step by step, line upon line. Just build yourself day by day. Grow yourself into the person you want to become, into the things that you want to own, into the places that you want to go. Just build yourself. You need motivation, yes, but you need to pace yourself as well. But don't let your motivation come from the comparison that you have with the people that you feel should be equal to you, or people you feel you should be equal to. Well, I hope that has been helpful to ease off the pressure from you and just to get you focused for 2022 without that peer pressure. I hope it's been helpful. Well, this is the Sage, CJ Atemo. This is Wisdom Moments on K24. Remember, we're here every Monday to Friday, 9:55. And also, the videos get uploaded on my YouTube channel, CJ Atemo. So subscribe, set notifications, watch, like, post a comment, and share. See you next time.